Georgia just landed 2 major commits. While I told y'all in my last video about Georgia that the train could be rolling for the Dogs. They have a top 12 class now in recruiting. Prior to that video, they had the top 20. We talk the latest 2 commits and break down their film today on the show. Yes, sir, man. What's going on, everybody, man? Welcome back to the show. Y'all know what to do, Dawg Nation. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, and hype up this video, man. And join and become a member today. All right. So look, we got a lot to talk about, but Georgia Bulldogs is rolling. Here are the latest commitments for the Dogs. Okay. Here is number 1. Where's my share screen? Okay, there it is. All right. 4-star Jamir Dean flipped his commitment, as we talked about in the last video with Kennedy Jackson. And we knew that this could become a reality for Georgia. They have flipped him from Alcoa, Tennessee, from Penn State to Georgia. We knew that this could potentially happen, and now they get their guy. It's kind of a virtuoso. We'll look at his film and break down his film. Excuse me, it's about 7 minutes or so. We won't go that far. Probably go about 4 or 5 minutes. We'll talk about everything he brings to the table as well, okay? And then the other commitment was this guy right here, right? Now, this one's interesting. Everybody's not going to be wild about this one, but this is Marcellus Young Casario. Right, he committed to Georgia. Now it came down for young Casario between Georgia and Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech is currently trending for an edge right now, and they have a whole bunch already on the roster. Okay, so Raven Gap, they usually produce dudes that go off into college football, play at a high level. Right, 6'6", 260, doesn't grow on trees. Right, I expect for him with the Georgia Bulldogs probably to develop. Right, because think about it, when you go to Georgia, you fresh out freshman edge rusher, it takes a little bit of time. They don't just put you out there on the front line. That's another one of those positions with quarterback for Georgia. They don't just put them on the front line. You got to kind of earn it, right? It takes a little bit of time. Y'all know what I'm saying? So I think that's a similar situation of what you're going to see here with Marcellus Young Casario. Take a little bit of time, see what kind of obviously happens there. And I think he's going to be, you know what I'm saying, in a year or two, with how good he is and how he reps up, he could definitely be a player, I think, for these Georgia Bulldogs. And, you know what I'm saying, somebody they can depend on the edge to set the tone, contain, do all that good stuff, okay? But we're going to go back to the first commitment, which is Jamir Dean, okay? So we're going to roll his tape, and then we're going to end off with Marcellus Young Casario, okay? I was thinking about making these 2 separate videos, but I'm going to just make this a split screen video. You guys can see me break down both and both of the latest Georgia commits. I was out and about working, so I was unable to do it earlier today, but like I said, I'm trying to cover more of these teams, and the least I can do is cover some of this recruitment. So we're gonna go ahead and cover this with Jamir Dean and Marcellus Young Casario. Okay, we'll start with Jamir Dean first for the Bulldogs fans in the back. Wait, hold on. Where's the button at? There's no way I can make this bigger. There it is. It's like, yo, I can't even see it. Okay, here we go. Where was he at on this play? Okay, right here. Playing in that slot, as you guys can see. Free release right there, but it's just going to run. Ooh, that was a nasty route. Oh, my goodness. Look at this route, y'all. Hold on. I got to be able to control it. Here we go. Look at this route, right? Because I thought he was going to come. It's not letting me do it. Hold on. Okay, look at this route. Because I thought, guys, he was going to run that corner, right? Look at this right here. Okay, here he is. Boom. I'm thinking here, okay, he's going to run the corner and get open. He runs like a semi-corner and then a up. I've never seen a route like that. That's a crazy route. Usually out and up, you'll see like a slant and then they go up. That was like a corner out and up. That was a crazy route right there. So we're going to see how the route running looks. But that first play, my goodness gracious. That route was nasty work right there. Okay, I'm assuming right here he's going to be here in the slot. Same thing. Running kind of like that slot fade, and then just completely burns the defender. He's playing off coverage, right? He gets the leverage against him, makes a nice adjustment to the football. Easy catch for the touchdown. So just seeing that separation, 4th down, money down. Can you make a big play? Ooh, right there. Kicked him on the inside dig, playing off, and then you know what he's going to do with it, right? Watch that. See, this defender should have been up a little bit because the stick, I think, is right here. But look at him. Look at this semi route right here. Put Stubbs his foot into the ground, creates a separation, and easy touchdown right there for Jamir Dean. Nasty. I'm not gonna lie, route running is what's catching my eye early for this kid. Right, he creates that separation. He's getting off coverage a lot, but he's creating the separation even with it. And then here, just great ball skills, good adjustments to the football, a little bit underthrown. You're going to see him kind of sky up in the air, adjust to this ball, and head top the defender for the big time catch. Okay, and then here's another element, right? A little bit special teams element. He could potentially add to Georgia, right? So let's see what he's going to do with the ball. Doesn't like that initially, breaks that tackle, gets to the outside, good speed, good acceleration, and then just makes a play out of nothing, right? Nice move on the inside against the punter right there. Easy money. Punt return for a touchdown right there. That was all him, right? Broke the first tackle and then was able to have the speed and acceleration to get to the perimeter and then got all the way there and made the big time play. All right, here he is. Here, let's see what we got. Okay, runs a little post route right here. Break creates the separation easily over the defender. Easy catch for a touchdown. So every time you're seeing him, okay, here we go. Here is a press. Okay, let's see if they actually press up and do it. Okay, no, it's good press. Okay. Yeah, bro. I just think he creates the separation, right? Kind of runs that, he sizes up to the defender right here, stubs that toe inside and comes out. Boom. Y'all see that stub of that toe I talked about inside? And then he creates the separation by coming out. And then boom. Easy touchdown right there. Good adjustment to the ball. Right. That was probably the only play we've seen so far where he's gotten actually pressed. He's able to cook him, but being able to size him up. Here, nothing crazy. Defense falls asleep. He's going to go on the outer shoulder of the cornerback, and that's going to be an easy touchdown right there. All right, defense just fell asleep. He took advantage of the zone, got over top of the defender, and easy catch right there for him. Okay, that one was a stutter and go. And every time I see the separation he creates, you know what I'm saying? So I think elite level route runner for Georgia. And I think he's a guy like, you know what I'm saying? He get the ball, he got the separation, the burst, the speed to be able to make the big plays. But he's going to create separation every time from the routes. And then, like I said, the ball isn't the best, but every time he's able to adjust to it and bring it down. So good ball tracking skills as well as another characteristic that I'm liking so far. Okay, here, right? See that little fade? Not fade, excuse me, that little post route creates that initial separation. Defender's playing off. You got this safety here. Safety should be more vertical, right? He shouldn't be that close up because the corner's already there. Safety should have been like right here, right? But he takes advantage, runs the post. He tries to pass it off too late. Defender's eyes is in the wrong spot. Easy touchdown right there for, gosh, why can't I think of boy's name? Forgive me, y'all. Jamir Dean, sorry. I had a brain fart right there. Okay. So right here, that's just a dig route on the inside. Right, playing off. You know what I'm saying? Bad defense by the guy, and he has him beat right here because he's already backpedaling off his feet, and then he's able to kind of turn that in and come down with a big time catch. Okay, right here. Little stutter and go, as you guys can see, create that separation. Easy catch right there, and being able to burn the defender, as you guys can see. Right here, playing in that slot. Right, nothing crazy, just a short little dig route over the middle. Let's see what he does with the ball in his hands. Oh my goodness. Bro, this kid can go. Y'all see the speed too? He got caught, but that's crazy. He took that little short dig, broke that tackle, broke another, and nearly scores. Like 5 must be fast because he literally tracked him down. And Jamir was moving. So elite speed, great breakaway ability for the most part, in my humble opinion. Much consistently making plays. Here just runs a little goal ball right past the defender. Easy catch right there. Create the separation every single time. Okay, then we get a little bit of DB highlights right here. Okay. Quarterback throws it late, right? Fools him. Big time interception right there, as you guys can see. Playing that back, and here he is again in that slot. Oof, crazy route, crazy route. Look at the route running, y'all. Elite level route running. Boom, stubbed his toe into the ground. He tries to tag him. This guy falls asleep, and then that's going to be an easy touchdown all day long. Yeah, he might be one of the better route runners that Georgia's had, like brought into a class in quite a long time. The route running is special. Right, same thing. He's got 2 defenders on him. Doesn't matter. Puts his foot into the ground. Where's that deep post? And is able to break away. Here we go. Here, red zone, money zone. Nothing crazy. Runs a little fade route. And quarterback places it really nice that time. Drags the feet. Easy touchdown right there. Same thing. Gonna run a deep post over the middle. And like I said, every time it's creating separation. And I see why. I think the defenders are more so scared of his acceleration, so they play off, but it's just too easy for him. Right here, just kind of run a little like delayed route, breaks the initial tackle. You know what I'm saying? Gets a nice gain down the middle of the field, man. We're gonna look at like probably about 2 more plays. Okay, here he is here. Nothing crazy, delayed route. Boom. Big time catch right there. We'll let this one be the last one. Okay, one more time. Okay, runs a little comeback route. Good adjustment to the football. Yeah, man. I say a pretty good pickup for Georgia for sure. I think he has everything that they want. He can help in special teams, punt return. Good route runner, elite route runner, in my humble opinion. Good ball tracking skills, right? Ability to have a good acceleration. Did get caught there, but he was running super fast and doesn't go down on the first contact. So I think a really good player for Georgia potentially and brings a lot to the table. So that is, excuse me, Jamir Dean. I like him, man. That's a pretty good pickup and a good flip, for the Bulldogs, man. All right, so we're gonna pull up the next guy, right? Marcellus Young Casario, okay, and break down his film before we wrap up. Okay. All right, here we go. Marcellus, make sure you guys can see that. Yes, you can. All right, cool. Marcellus Young Casario. Let's see what we're looking at the defensive line. Okay, right here. Oh man, started off right. Exactly what you want to see. Quick first step, unblocked, boom, lays the big time hit, forces the fumble. Love to see it. Okay, yep, unblocked. Guys can see it right place, right time. Gets that ball loose and makes the play. Here, same thing, coming like a bat out of hell. Right, completely gets over that right tackle right there, and a big time sack right there for young Casario, as you guys can see. Here running more of a as that bull rush, and then here just straight strength. So the first 2 plays, you're seeing right that quick first step. Here, you're just seeing that straight arm, that bull rush, strong upper body, throwing down his offensive lineman, and getting a major sack right there, man. So showing you a little bit of everything. This one is a little bit harder to see, but looks like he's coming up on the inside and a big time bull rush again, making the play. Wow, dude tried to tackle him too. Watch this one right here, y'all. Right, gets past him. Dude tried to tackle him, couldn't get him, and then just relentless pursuit right there. Converge on the quarterback, bring him down alongside your teammates. Big time sack right there. Here against Baylor, Tennessee, pretty good team. All right, we know they have DGG, David Gabriel Georges, and let's see what he's looking at here. Okay, hold on. Look like he was able to split. Make sure I get this right. Yep, wow, crazy. He's gonna split both of those guys. Guess that was a missing communication right there. And then runs through the running back, gets the big time sack right there. So 2 offensive linemen miscommunicated. And then here you go. See the different change in position, right? Him playing the other opposite edge position. Right? Good strength, good power, right? Nothing crazy. Right there, just stay disciplined. Didn't do nothing crazy. Here against this is against Grayson. They have a pretty good offensive line. Right. So it's kind of stood up, but stood his ground, waited for the running back to come through the hole, and makes the tackle right there. Okay, here on the inside, lined up against the offensive tackle. I mean, excuse me, not the offensive tackle. My bad, y'all. Against the center. All right, so here he is here, lined up against the center, right? And just straight bull rush right there, engulfs the quarterback, engulfs the running back right there, man. So you see the power, the strength that he has in his game, and how he can just kind of thump and overpower people. And then here couldn't quite get there. Good offensive line play, but you see what he can bring to the table. The freak athlete he is, 6'6", 260. Get the hand up, boom, knock it down to the ground. Okay, not hard. Easy money right there. Hair coming up off the edge, good initial block, but being able to set the edge and contain despite being blocked. Right? Same thing lined up here on the inside against the center. Right? Quick hands right there. Quarterback got to get rid of it quick. Forces an errant throw that leads to an interception and a pick six. So you guys see it has a little bit of everything. Quick first step, the bull rush, right? And able to be fast and physical, right? Fits with what Georgia wants to do, in my humble opinion. Right? Same thing there, right? Tries to overpower him. He pushes him out of the way and engulfs the running back right there. Want a stronger tackle there. That wasn't a strong tackle. All right, we don't want you to just do like that. Bring him down to the ground. So I want a little bit better of a wrap up right there. My only critique right now on this film is that play. And the same thing there. Just good, relentless pursuit. Didn't allow the quarterback to get out. Tried with the initial bull rush, didn't work, but continued to be, relentless in his pursuit. And then right here, good job run stopping the Grayson team. Pretty good team here in the state of Georgia. They're lined up on the interior, taking on a little bit of was that a double team block? Yeah, initial double team block, fights through it, and then engulfs the running back right there in the backfield. Okay. And then here he is on the offensive line, creating that big time hole that looks like to a big time run, potentially even a touchdown. Staying on his feet, breaking loose for the score. I remember that game too. I think that one was televised, if I'm not mistaken. All right, back on edge again. Great job here. Just tosses the offensive lineman out of the way. 1-2, toss him out the way, and then go make the play on the running back. Exactly what you want to see right there. And then here, still using that power, get your hand up. That's the part I love, and I think Georgia fans will love, is that when he can't get there on the initial rush, he's smart enough, agile enough, get the hand in the throwing pocket and be able to cause a deflection. And then here y'all see straight double team, but still able to make a play on the quarterback. Right, straight double team right there, and then you go make a play. Line up on the opposite side right here. Boom, stood up, but fights through it, throws him down, and still engulfs the running back right there. And then here, just getting the hand up again, big time PBU yet again. Right here, lined up against the center. Right, just taking him on, good, strong power, and getting a big time TFL, good flow to the football. Just continue to make plays again against Grayson, going up against that left tackle, and then just fighting through it, right place, right time, and getting a big time turnover. So I would say he's a guy. I wouldn't say he's going to start day one, Georgia fans. You know what I'm saying? But I think he's a guy, if you're a Georgia fan, you feel good about because, he has good power, good strength, quick first step, good bull rush, got to wrap up tackle a little bit better. But he's a guy, he's interesting because he's listed as an edge. I could see him moving on into the interior, right? It might get him a little bit bigger in terms of his weight, like 6'6", 280, 6'6", 290, or 300. But for his ability to be able to move left end, right end, and even on the inside and going up against centers, I think says a lot. So he has it in him. I just think he has to get developed. I don't see him playing day one, but I think young Casario definitely has the tools to definitely be a dominant edge rusher or even defensive tackle in the SEC, right? I think he is that. I think he's good enough to do that. I just don't think he'll start day one. But he has some tools to him, has some different skill sets that he can bring to the table and help out the Dogs. So that's my thoughts on the two commits for Georgia. They're rolling. I think they'll get a couple more this week. Brayton Feaster's going to be one to watch. He might end up committing. We'll see what happens with him. But I think Georgia's rolling, and they go from number 20 class to a top 12 class per 247. So doing some big things down there in Athens, and obviously Kirby Smart starting to close in on a top 10 classes, which is exactly what you want if you're the Dogs and you coach Kirby Smart. But that's my thoughts, man. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hype up the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. And remember, as always, peace and love.